Hi guys, welcome to my new office. My old roommate left and I have a new roommate, and I decided to turn the third bedroom into my office, which actually is very conducive to my productivity. I've been here for 2 days now, and I've already done more work in those 2 days than I have in weeks, so it's amazing what a new workspace that's not your bedroom can do to you. The color pink is obviously going to go. I'm not a pink fan. Probably going to paint it something dull. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly, but yeah, I haven't situated the room perfectly yet, and I still have some things to add to it. But that's not the purpose for this video. The purpose of this video today is about dreams. Since I can remember, I've always been a very lucid dreamer, meaning my dreams always feel like reality. I never feel like I am dreaming. I have the odd dream where I know I'm dreaming, but for the most part, my dreams feel like everyday life, like I'm living. And I've always wanted to get to the bottom of certain dreams I've had. I have a lot of recurring dreams. A couple. I write everything down. I always write everything down. But just recently, in the last 2 weeks, I've been having really intense dreams. Recurring dreams and not recurring, I decided I really wanted to research and get sort of to the bottom of them. There's a lot of dream theories to subscribe to out there. Freud had a lot of theories on dreams. A lot of the stuff apparently, I guess, has been debunked. I'm not a psychology major. I don't know much about it, but what I've heard and what I've read, a lot of it's been debunked. I've read a lot about Carl Jung's 7 archetypes of dreamers, which I think actually is really interesting stuff. A lot about the collective unconscious, and I think I'm subscribing more to that kind of stuff, just to give you guys an idea of some recurring dreams that I have. I dream a lot about my teeth falling out since I can remember, since I was a teenager or whatever, a kid. I have a lot of dreams where either all my teeth fall out or a specific tooth falls out. And it's always the same tooth. In the last year or two, it's always been the same tooth. It's a molar in here. I don't really know why. I don't really understand that. But so yeah, dreams about my teeth falling out. I have recurring dreams of my ex and I reconciling. Not just reconciling, but, having sex or actually not even just having sex. I don't think in the last few months since we've been broken up, I've never had a sex dream per se. It's always been the initiation of sex and the prevention or blocking of climax. It never gets to a point of climax because it's only initiation. And what usually happens 9 times out of 10 after the initiation, something will interrupt it, and then suddenly he disappears, and I had to find him, which is annoying. But it's not even just that, though. I have a lot of dreams where it doesn't matter who's in it, they disappear out of the blue or whatever, and I go on to embark into finding out where they are and why they've disappeared. It's another reoccurring theme of my dreams. And so I've done quite a bit of research on these themes of my dreams, but it really the catalyst for it was I had a dream last week. My little sister, she's not little anymore, but she's 24, is having her first child in April. It's a very exciting time for all of us. I'm very excited about being an uncle. But I had a dream last week that wasn't so great. If anyone has ever seen, my all-time favorite movie is Ridley Scott's Alien. And there's this seminal scene in it where John Hurt's character Kane at a dinner table starts convulsing and the alien bursts out of his chest, killing him. I had that dream, but instead of John Hurt's Kane, it was my sister, and she gave birth very violently to an alien creature, and she died. And the dream ended. It sort of started me awake, and I had no idea what the hell that meant, and I sort of got me into a quest to find out what that dream meant. what that dream meant to me. So I did quite a bit of research on trying to figure out what that meant, and what I came to, I guess the main consensus I came to about that dream was that dream for me was about transformation, about metamorphosis, not necessarily as in I want to kill my sister or have my sister being dead, as Freud would suggest, that I'm jealous that she's having a child and I'm not. I don't think that's really the case. I'm maybe 26 years old, maybe a perfect time to have a child, but really in terms of my career, in terms of schooling, I'm nowhere near ready to have a child. So I don't really think that that is true of me. And I'm nothing but happy for her. I don't think that there's anything in my subconscious or my unconscious mind that would suggest or denote that I'm so jealous that I want my sister to die. I don't think that's the case. But I think but a lot of what I've read sort of denotes that it's about transformation. It's about embarking on a new chapter in my life and in her life, about transformation. I haven't really tweaked. I need to tweak this idea a little bit, and I'll get to it, I think. But I've spent a lot of time looking up stuff on what exactly it means in regards to my ex. Why I dream about my ex, why I dream about having sex with my ex, why I dream about missing him, why I dream about him disappearing and I had to find him, etc., etc. And I've done quite a bit of research on it. The main consensus I've seen to have gotten that my dreams where my ex is present or getting back together with my ex isn't necessarily a reflection of reality. It doesn't necessarily reflect of what I want. What Freud would say was that my dreams are about what I want in life, but a lot of what I've read debunks that. And I don't think that's necessarily the case, because I don't think I want to get back together with my ex, especially right now in my life. So a lot of the other stuff I've been reading about, I have a book of Carl Jung's dream analysis upstairs that I read a lot through, and some other things. The dream actually may be triggered by a major life change in relations to current relationships, or just major life changes in general. And I've gone through quite a few life changes in the last few weeks or last few months, and I think that sort of makes sense. But in particular to my ex, me dreaming about my ex sort of indicates maybe me being in a situation or situations that I don't really want to be in. Sort of suggests that I'm experiencing maybe similar feelings or emotions that I did within that relationship that make me feel uncomfortable, make me feel unhappy, and that maybe the reason why I'm dreaming about my ex is that I'm repeating old patterns of behavior, and sort of my unconscious mind's way of telling me, step out of it, stop going in the same pattern that you're used to. Again, it gets back to what I've discussed before with nostalgia and judgment. It may feel good to be back into that situation or whatever, feel right, feel comfortable, whatever, but there's a reason why you're here. Maybe not go back into nostalgia and think about your better judgment. Yeah. I don't know, it's hard to get through, I guess. In relation to me dreaming about having sex with my ex, would seem to denote my reservations on embarking on a new relationship or a new situation that's similar to that one, and how I may feel nervous about exposing myself and feeling a resurgence of old emotions and feelings that I felt when my ex and I were together. And that makes sense. I think that sort of makes sense. And then in relation to why sex is initiated in my dreams and why all of a sudden something interrupts it and then I had to find him, seems to represent some unresolved issues or feelings that I have pertaining to him, my ex. And it's sort of, all the information I've seen to have read denotes to the idea that there's a lot of unresolved tension and feelings and emotions, and unless I deal with that on my own, I'm not going to be able to embark on a new relationship, that this is going to sort of continue happening, maybe unless I really come to terms with these ideas, really come to terms with myself. Now, in relation to why I have a lot of dreams of my teeth falling out, seems to denote maybe anxieties about the way I look, or the way other people perceive me as how I look. And that definitely makes sense. Our teeth are things a lot of us are self-conscious of, especially myself. You know, I don't like the idea that I could have gaps in my teeth or it'd be unattractive. So it sort of makes sense in my dreams that when I lose my teeth, it sort of is a manifestation of my anxieties about how I'm perceived physically to other people. And it is definitely something that hits close to home. My ex never really made me feel good about myself physically. He did a couple times, but especially in the last year and a half of my life, he never made any attempts to make me feel good in that arena. And that's really when those dreams started to really happen. My teeth would fall out and I'd wake up in a sweat and be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. It would always feel real. Again, I'm going back to how I'm a lucid dreamer. My dreams always seem to feel like reality. So, I mean, those are sort of just a touch base on my dreams. I'm going to continue having dreams like that. I know that. I've come to terms with that. But I think getting to the core issues, the core ideas behind those dreams, I think is really something that I need in order to move ahead and progress in life. And I don't necessarily think that just because I dream about my ex, I want to be back together with him. I don't want to be back together with my ex. I cannot state that enough. But there's a reason why he's still in my thoughts, in my unconscious, and in my dreams. Again, if anyone wants to discuss this, I'm totally open. I get a lot of emails now about my videos and discussions. I've been getting a lot of emails from random people from different places of the world discussing, mainly about love and breakups and stuff like that. And I think that's great, and I would love to have that continue. But yeah, until next time.